Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Rogue Trader. We're going to head out of the pit and we're going to go and see Tervantius at the Anatomical Opera. Report our success in the arena to him. And hopefully we can do something about saving Cassia as well. So I want to bring in, I think we're going to replace Abelard with Marazai. Because, as I said in the last episode, Abelard and Ulfar, they kind of basically double up on what they bring to the party. And I'd like to play around with Ulfar a little bit in the group and just, you know, see how it goes. I've heard a lot of his best equipment is kind of locked behind higher levels in the trade trees, relationship barrier things with the various vendors. So, yeah, well, we'll have to work towards getting some of those unlocked once we're back on our ship, assuming we get back on our ship, but I think we will. I think we will, and hopefully we're not too far off doing that. Okay, well, we need to rejig this because Ulfar's a frontliner. Urilia is not. There we go. I'm looking forward to using Marazai in battle. I just want to see how effective he is, really. I'm assuming he's pretty good. He makes out like he's a good fighter when he's talking, so hopefully that's borne out.
Intriguing.
How far away is it? It's just up here, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, what we got? Sector, unknown depths of the labyrinth dimension, region, Comora. And I've realised I was speaking to Marazai in the last episode. I've been mispronouncing that this entire time, so I do apologise for that. Recorded location, the chasm. Material, Garthariot, Bloodfeather's Hunt. That's probably the guy we keep seeing. Extracted from the bloody remains by the caring hand, scalpel, and neurophage tentacle of Homunculus elevanth. The rising currents carry the smells of pain, blood, ichor, and failed ambitions. The smells of the dark city. With my this is from the perspective of that flying dude then. With my wings flung open, I weave a path through the spires like a dark lightning bolt, chaotic and unpredictable in its patterns. To fly is to hunt, and everyone midair hunts everyone else. Even I, Scourge Gatherate Bloodfeather, do not have the privilege of inviolability around these parts. I may become someone else's prey, except probably not today. This day I am the hunter. My homunculus-modified olfactory receptors pick up the scent of my prey, and I tread cautiously as I approach it. The stench of Monkey is foul but varied, and the scent of my prey is quite telltale. A powerful specimen, brash and reeking of blood of others. I descend to the minaret that grows out of the nearest spire and provides me with an excellent view. The accelerated reflexes allow me to assess the situation in a fraction of an instant. It is time. But I still decide to wait and get a better look at the prey. I expect we're the prey. A female monkey, a pampered upper-caste cub who was fed and equipped to the best of what their race can offer. It certainly arrived to the Dark City recently, the city which has not yet managed to leave a mark of perpetual expectation of doom on its flattened snout. The most glorious game which clings to life the strongest and leaves the sweetest death essence. The reflexes urge the muscles to act. The shard carbine spews forth a stream of crystalline projectiles that howl and shatter as they pierce the flesh of the prey. A deadly slashing blizzard drapes the street in bloody snow. The bodies of random passers-by caught in the fire falling to the ground. This is a common occurrence among the spires. Everyone around me flees from the field of death whose borders I have made clear. The prey falls, but it is still alive. I did not expect the hunt to end with the first salvo. The prey is badly injured. I can easily finish it off in the open. The prey summons companions to its aid. A mistake. I unleash a new fan of crystalline shards, and the flesh of the prey blossoms with new cuts from my projectiles. Anyone who tries to approach it will be killed by the brittle shrapnel. The prey should have run away, not given me more chances to cripple it. The prey is weak. The prey breaks into a run. Clever. By escaping from the open streets, the prey has deprived me of the advantage of my long-range weapon. But I will not let her escape, so I spread my wings and soar over the alley, pelting the prey with bursts of indirect fire. The chase must not end too soon. The petitioner wanted my prey to die slowly. There is a strangeness to the movements of the prey as it dashes away one moment and freezes the next. My receptor-tropin-altered pupils are great at detecting movement, but they are worse at perceiving stationary subjects. And my prey seems to be aware of this. My prey... Oh, I've got 80% chance of doing that. 100% chance of doing that. Oh, it says returns fire at random. I don't want to return fire at random. Let's slip away using the bodies of random passers-by as cover. There is more blood. By rushing into the crowd of fleeing bystanders, the prey has made them obstacles in my hunt. I generously sow death among them. But their deaths bring me no joy, because the prey keeps eluding my volleys. I let out a disappointed shriek. The hunt continues. The prey manages to elude me for a moment by popping into a crowded street. The jet booster on my back emits a stream of ghostly blue flame, and I continue my pursuit. As I storm into the street, I see the prey again. This is a nice catch. The petitioner wanted me to deliver the prey to her, but I decide to do something different. When it is over, I will impale the body of the prey on a spike protruding from the highest spire, so that it serves as a testament to my victory. Willpower test succeeded. The initial horror caused by my sudden attack has already worn off. The prey has suppressed panic and is acting decisively and boldly, a commendable triumph of will over instinct. Seeking to slow me down, the prey... Low chance, low chance, lower chance. We'll do the tech use. Has barred my way with a cataclysm. Succeeded. The prey rushes over to a half-dismantled rear cycle, shoves away the slave who is repairing it, and overloads its anti-gravity engine with admirable dexterity. It barely has the time to bounce back before a deafening explosion fills the air with shards of rock, pieces of the ghost bone, and fragments of bodies. One of the projectiles hits me in the chest and throws me to the ground. I manage to regroup and avoid injury, but get up with a furious screech. I was cast down. An unforgivable insult. The conclusion is drawing closer. Yikes. As I turn around the corner, I triumphantly realize that I have driven the prey into a dead end. It is time for the massacre. The poison I'd received from the petitioner as payment for the hunt was contained in the crystalline projectiles and should have worked by now. It would slow down the nervous system of my prey, weaken its muscles, and render it unconscious. The carouse test failed, apparently. When I spot the prey, I am pleased to notice the early signs of the effect my combat toxin is having on it. Its movements are slowed and its eyes are blinking too often. There are now spots floating in front of them. Oof. Okay, well I guess we'll take the 20%. That's a bit rough. The prey looks defenseless and I attack, failing to notice the trap it had laid out for me. Succeeded on a 20%. An almost invisible monofilament is stretched between the walls. It cuts into the joints of my wings, a primitive yet masterfully placed trap. The inertia of my body breaks it and the adaptive tissue stop the bleeding, but my wings hang limply along my body. It will not be easy to return home to the top of the spires. Everything will be over in moments. The outcome will be decided in close combat. Wasting no time, my prey and I grasp one another in a violent, furious embrace. Every decision made over the course of this fleeting hunt is being weighed, tipping the scale that would ultimately determine the winner. I'm unpleasantly surprised when I realize the prey is aware of my combat style. It covers the vulnerable spots I like to cut open with my monomolecular claws, but this knowledge will not save it from death. The embedded glands spew hyperadrenaline into my bloodstream, and my artificially grown muscles convulsively swell under the porous fabric of my ghost plate. I torment the prey with claws protruding from my forearms and knees, and the prey... Here, we've got some good checks here. Banks on brute force, grabs at one of the blades, responds with clinical attacks against his weak points, allows me closer, enveloping my deadly embrace and hoping to suffocate me before I tear it to shreds. I mean, we're going to pass any of these, I think. I want to do one of these. I think I'm going to do the weapon skill though. Grabs one of the blades hanging from my belt and aims it at my throat. We struggle for the blade, but its point steadily approaches my throat. It touches it. It pierces the skin extremely slowly and penetrates the larynx. It keeps plunging deeper, touching the other wall of the larynx and passes through. I can feel everything. My body softens with pain. My strength waning, I reach for the shard carbine and shoot the prey right in the face at point-blank range. The crystalline projectile whizzes within a hair's breadth of its face. A crushing blow turns my magnificent weapon to rubble with a mournful crunch. The prey grabs me by the throat, lifts me into the air and snarls. It seems to want to know why I attempted to kill it. Would I tell it if I could? About my petitioner, Kaikaros the Witch? About how insulted she was by the deaths of her fosterlings, the bloodstained proselytes in their arena at the hands of the prey? About how badly she wanted to spite the prey's master, the sour-tempered homunculus Tervantius, who had arranged that insult? I do not know, for my throat is crushed and only a faint wail is escaping it. I die. I am dying at the feet of my prey. No, at the feet of a monkey. A humiliating end for the one who earned the status of the apex hunter of Comorra through tortuous alterations of the flesh and a bloody pilgrimage to the very top of the spires. Does it hurt to perish like this? It does. Is it fair? It is. A chaotic burst of violence that bloodied the streets of Comorra ended just as abruptly as it had erupted. Such is the life among the spires. Okay, so we killed the hunter. What do we get? Scourge's adrenal glands. Okay, we'll take that. Something we can trade with Doodad in the Anatomical Opera, I would think. Be interested to know how that pans out if you fail more of the checks.
The world will bow.
Oh, all the way down here again. Don't know why we couldn't have that cutscene nearer where we started. Anyway, I'm getting quite familiar with this spiral.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
I've actually just noticed we've got a fresh wound as well, so we'll get Argenta to heal that.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows.
Your help suffices.
There it goes. Alright, now I'm hoping this is when we can help Cassia. Guess we'll talk to Tervantius.
Unseen uncover my path.
Tervantius rushes about the laboratory, snatching up certain vials, tools, and notes. He conceals some of these items inside his own body cavities and destroys the rest. I've done what you wanted. The homunculus glares at you and roars furiously. This isn't what I desired. Not to this extent. The cult of the fatal thirst craves blood specimen. Your blood. My blood. One must be astoundingly insensitive to the vibrations of the Dark City to not realize this. The homunculus notices Marazai. Dracon Ezeresh. After you went against the Archon of the Reaving Tempest, you decided to violate the wishes of the Archon of the Black Heart as well? You were thrown into the arena to die. You show wretched incompetence by defying your masters. My presence offends you, I see. Good. Marazai sneers and looks around. You have made yourself quite comfortable here in the chasm. Is this where you have kept the things that you dared not bring to the spire of the Reaving Tempest? It must be vexing having to abandon it all as you flee the cult's wrath. One of Tervantius' limbs twitches and strikes blindly. Only Marazai's reflexes save him from a fatal neck wound, but the homunculus makes no further attempts to attack. He seems to care more about his substances and instruments than the insufferable Cabalite. Why did the witches desire my death? You humiliated the monkey. Kaikaros and I agreed that she would send fresh meat against you, but she decided to undermine my authority by sending out her best. You slaughtered them, and so it was the cult's authority that suffered. But who cares about a pathetic monkey? You are my lackey, and thus it is I who is responsible for undermining the cult's authority. And it wasn't enough for you to just kill them? You enticed one of the bloodstained proselytes to join the monkey's side? As the entire chasm watched? A slap in the face of the cult wasn't enough for you, so you decided to spit in its face as well? Oh, but there is more. I hope Kaikaros and Sinisthoria are now writhing in horror at the mere thought that their headless subordinates have lost the Cabalite who was sentenced to death by Nazrakay himself. First they decided to play charity by making me a proselyte, and now they let me slip through their fingers. Oh, I wish I could see the succubus's face when she was given the news. You dispatched me to kill the witches. Are you telling me you did not anticipate such consequences? It was supposed to go differently. Your performance was supposed to be a lesson in respect, not a declaration of war. You would have killed someone unimportant and made the witches' vanity bleed. The witches would have received your head as a salve for their wounded pride. They would have been reminded for a time that I was still someone who could greatly complicate their existence. Instead, you have failed me, all of you. Kakeros did not keep her word, and you did not die in her trap. It is all your fault that things have spiraled out of control. I don't care about Kakeros. You promised to help me get out of here. You hear mockery in the homunculus's voice. Forget the old promises, monkey. This is war. My loyal servants are being slaughtered across the chasm. I cannot take any more away with me, and each of those specimens is far more valuable than you. Marazai's face suddenly changes. His mocking grin gone, he fixes his gaze on the homunculus. Into the spire of the reaving tempest, to hide under the wing of Euremerus? An Archon fallen into disgrace? What an imprudent choice. You should run away from her and her troubles unless you are somehow connected to what she is guilty of. Tevantius glares at Marazai. You were not in a position to know about the Archon's plans before, much less now. And so unravel the rotten threads in the tapestry of fate. Elentak, here is the true nature of the Dark Ones, a lie hidden behind sweet promises. Having learned from a cruel mistake, I foresaw this outcome. A belated wisdom. So what's the plan? I will leave the anatomical opera to withdraw to the spire of the reaving tempest. The witches won't dare to settle their scores under the eyes of my patrons, so the Cabal's valuable servant is safe from their ire. As for you, go out into the streets of the chasm and die, or go to the arena and try to kill Kakeros. Even if you succeed, you will still die. The homunculus mutters furiously and haughtily. I should have stopped wasting time on this idiocy long ago. All those pathetic simpletons did was weaken my focus and distract me from my masterpiece. At last I can devote all of myself to it. So, I still managed to ruin you, unholy spawn. Tevantius' voice is filled with loathing. Your insight is astounding, specimen. But you have noticed that you have also ruined yourself. He becomes... Oh, hello. He becomes so absorbed in his thoughts that he starts shearing off pieces of his own flesh with scissor-like claws. Enter the arena. The succubi will not pass up this chance to gut you in front of an audience. If you could simply wound Kakeros, it would give us both enough time to escape. For that, I would be willing to sacrifice the deadliest and most valuable specimens in my collection. If you manage to kill her, run, since Thoria would not leave such impertinence unpunished, and her wrath is 100-fold more dangerous than Kakeros' fury. Do not return to the chasm, you will find no shelter there. Seek salvation in other spires, and you may prolong your agony for a short time. Willing to pay for his time? Okay. Would you be willing to share some of your creations? The mere thought of you tarnishing them with your filthy hands is revolting. But if it serves to ensure my safety, I will tolerate this obscenity. Okay, cool. We got some more stuff. What we got here? We have a one-handed raid laser, which does quite a bit of damage. Actually, that's pretty nice. We'll have that. A medium Xeno chestplate, 55 armor, pretty nice. Okay, we'll take that. Heartseeker gloves. Whenever the wearer scores a crit for the first time in combat, the damage dealt by the crit is increased by 50%. Oh, the effect resets after they or their ally perform a heroic act or desperate measures. That's pretty nice, actually. That's pretty nice. Wearer shots in melee range have a plus 20 bonus to dodge reduction. Maybe. Prey Scanner. At the start of combat, inflicts the prey status on the enemy with the highest number of wounds without spending a charge of Hunt Down the Prey, and grants a double Hunt Down the Prey bonus for killing it. Oh, I like that. We'll take some injector stuff. Ossificator. Okay. Take those as well. Fine. Okay, we might as well do all of this stuff. Can you give us equipment? Ah, we've already taken all that. Since you are intent on fleeing, you may as well release my companions. I cannot transport them to my new sanctuary. You may take them. Some may still be alive, but do not allow them to use their abilities until I have left the anatomical opera. Okay, I think we leave. These stairs came down, so we can access these areas now. I think this is probably where we'll find Cassia.
Intriguing.
Thick walls of this container were clearly designed to hold something extremely dangerous. I'm gonna... Okay, let's get this first. Oh, what's that? Torture device is locked and sealed. Okay, I think Cassie will be in here. I feel... At last I feel something. You see horror and confusion in Cassia's wide open eyes. Her face, neck and hands are gruesomely scratched and sticky blood is dripping from the tips of her claw-like fingernails. Ah, why are there so many of you at once? Red, black, violet, scarlet, yellow, dark maroon. Away with you! Stop swarming my thoughts! Marazai recoils, letting out a frenzied hiss. I should have killed this thing back then. It's a foul gateway of Salanthresh. Cassia clutches her head again, this time covering her third eye, but you can already feel the breath of the warp coming from its gaze. Dahlia von Berenice, I cannot control it. The powers flowing through Cassia's fragile body make your head swim and your head stand on end. We've all taken damage. Your body is burning as if you've been doused with a vat of molten plasteel, and your head is teeming with strange whispers, shadows, voices. Every breath is a struggle, as though something is scratching at your insides, trying to claw its way out of your chest. Your gorge rises. You have survived being exposed to the Navigator's open eye, but will your body and mind hold if it occurs again? Lady Navigator... Actually, we should probably do the dogmatic one, get some dogmatic points. May the Emperor's radiance illuminate our way through the tenebrous gloom, as we that are broken of heart turn to his wisdom. Cassia struggles to focus her eyes on you. An unfamiliar expression is imprinted on her pale, gaunt face, one that is stern, confident, and imperious. It is the same expression you saw on Theodora von Valancius's face when you first met her. And may his light scatter the darkness ahead, for the Astronomicon is the beacon and his guiding blessing to me. An eerie chill runs down the entire length of your body. It is a feeling you forgot, but recollection swiftly follows. Someone else's turmoil and emotions in a will that is not your own. This crushing wave is about to consume you. A haze of anger, despair, and fear smothers you like a burial shroud, but this is not the first time you have had to deal with a surge of foreign emotions assailing your mind. You wish you would die here and now. No, you wish you had never been born in the first place. You summon your will and push these thoughts away as though fending off a sword thrust, and Cassia's feelings dissipate before they can latch onto you. Shoot, Cassia. No. We're going to soothe her with a prayer again. The Emperor is with us so long as we remember our purpose, to serve humankind and to never give in to its enemies. With visible effort, Cassia clasps her hands in a gesture of prayer. And to believe in his might and his aid and his wisdom. And if we still have the strength to fight, then fight we shall to the end. Her pale brow furrows and rivulets of blood run from her nose and eyes. Undeterred, she focuses on bringing her powers under control, until her body jolts as if electrocuted. You know, when darkness envelops you, it takes everything away, leaving no sounds, no smells, no solid footing. Darkness devours every colour that tries to make its way in. Every colour I tried to create inside. Darkness is withering, it swallows the colours, it chews and consumes. But when despair had overtaken me completely, I could sense I was not alone in that darkness. Someone else was with me, someone intangible, cold and colourless. That realization ravaged my sanity all the more. When the capsule opened, my mind was drowned in grimy shades of crimson and umber and black. And am I going mad, Dahlia von Brinicus? I used to think I could control this, but now you must end this, for the sake of my house, for your own safety, for me. Frigid heaviness hangs in the air. Your entire being implores you to run. Quickly. Now. You still shoot her. Whatever happened to you, we can make it right. Put your trust in me. I wish I were half as confident and courageous as you, Lord Captain. A weak smile crosses Cassia's pale lips, and she shakes her head. She closes her eyes, and the tremors in her body taper to a stop. With a weary movement of her hand, she adjusts her forehead adornment, taking care to cover her navigator's eye, and you no longer feel the menace that was emanating from her a moment ago. Thank you. Your words, they helped. I feel better already. And now, may I escort you out of here? Glancing nervously at the homunculus's artifact, Cassia nods courteously. I would be honoured, Lord Captain, if I might ask you to lead the way. Now, I do like Cassia a lot. Here's the thing. I think I could maybe lose Owlcat. Bring Cassia back. For now, I mean, I'm sure we can rejig this as and how we please. But Owlcat's good, but she's quite simple in what she offers. Like, you know, single target, high damage, single shot, basically. Whereas Cassia adds a lot of utility to the team. So if we do formation, she's. God, why does it muck it around so much? I'll put Cassia on the back line just because she has a lot of movement, especially in the first round, so it won't affect her too much, I don't think, being far back. We should probably do her equipment though, as I expect she hasn't got any. See, weapons-wise, we'll give her the Bloodhound Staff. I guess I'll give her the Combat Shotgun. I doubt she'll ever need it, but you never know. Armor-wise, I mean, it's better than nothing. It's not great on her, honestly. I was having a think about Marazai as well, because his dodge reduction is 130, so actually his lethality shouldn't be overly affected by dropping this down. Have another look at that. Yeah, so his lethality actually will be 130 still. He won't have the dodge as much. Oh, the armor deflection is going to be good. And plus we're going to try it. We're going to try this, because his lethality will be 130. So it's lost 10 on that, basically. But it's still really good. Anyway, we're talking about Cassia. Every kill is 5 bonus to willpower. That sounds pretty good for her. Weirdly, she doesn't have a psi rating. That could be quite good on her. Whereas allies gain deflection equal to the what she doesn't have a psi rating again. So I think maybe that. Okay, let's look at this stuff. Area attack, not really her thing. Agility and athletics, maybe? I mean, that's just not going to be too bad. Yeah, fine. We'll do that for now. It's not a perfect thing, but it just says does 5% damage, so I guess we could give that to her. None of these are a perfect solution on her. 10 bonus to willpower and 50% damage to... Okay, yeah, that's definitely her headgear. What else do we have? No. That's be pretty good for her. Fellowship is something she does. I guess I'll do this one. If only one of her combat tactics area is active in combat, she gains bonuses. So I think that's probably fine. Well, we're still on this screen. I wanted to maybe give this to... Probably Marazai can't wear it. He can't wear it. Magenta's got this, so that's going to stay on her. I think it's got to be Pascal for that. It's a nice piece of equipment. Oh yeah, I was going to give that to her earlier as well, but we don't have her anymore. So, then we've got some consumables for Cassia. I don't really know. Some of this stuff might be okay. Give her a grenade, maybe. Okay, so now we're going to do leveling then. This is actually the last level of our second archetype, which is quite exciting. So what does that do? Okay, this shouldn't take too long to level up then. I don't really use this last volley. I suppose I could make it better. One random ally makes 2 attacks instead of 1. All allies, including me, that have a weapon capable of burst fire, use burst fire instead of a single shot. Until the beginning of the next... Allies automatic... Until the beginning of the last attacks next turn, allies automatically dodge all friendly fire. Okay, pretty good, because obviously we've got Argenta in party, and Ulfar as well. I'll take that. Yeah. Archetype completed. Okay. Pascal then. So I don't really use this. What does it do? It's not bad, I suppose. It's just it never seems to be as good as the other ones. That could be quite... Just doing the extra damage could be good. Yeah. So her one is... Oh, she can make an extra attack. So her one is pretty good, actually. Every time... That's probably fine. Till the end of combat, her attacks don't spend all movement points. Additionally, each attack grants a stacking bonus to dodge for 1 round. I'll take that, actually, because her other one is good as well. So that would kind of mean that I don't have to choose between them. Ulfar's going to have a similar choice to make here. He doesn't already have one of these, which is interesting, but... Stacking to crit? Yeah. Marazai. So he's an assassin, so we like Pascal. Now, he's already got that. Ooh. That's pretty nice for him, with his high lethality. Divided by 15, so that would be... Well, it's not a huge amount, but it's with each attack, so, you know, pretty good. And Cassia... Oh, she's got a couple of things to do. So she's got a common talent to take. Go on then. This one, let's go. Never used this one, to be honest. If we ever did, I suppose, action points. Okay, that didn't take too long. Right. So there's the other side as well. We'll go and have a look what that is. Oh, these guys are... Oh, yeah, she killed them, didn't she? Yeah, I'll take those. Oh, hello. What's that? Okay.
I tread a path unexplored.
I'll take some of those. Okay. So I think we've met every companion in the game now. All the ones that I've heard about anyway.
The world
So now we've got to try and decide what our optimal party is, I suppose. I mean, I want to try out Ulfar and Marazai a bit more before making that decision. So I guess we're going back to the arena for like a boss battle, or we'll just do it here. You have insulted the cult of the fatal thirst, outsider. You have... Alright, you're going to die, basically.
Show them no mercy.
We have a grotesque. He's pretty big. Cassia going first, as you would expect. And there's 14 of them, but I can't see that many here. Oh, okay. Yeah, alright, so let's have Cassia maybe down on this side so she can kind of make these guys dance around a bit. Marazai, I want to see what you can do in close combat. I'm going to put you sort of near this group, I think. Because he's kind of good at just hitting people who are close together. Argenta, I'm going to put you on the grotesque. Ulfar. Maybe give Argenta some backup. Who does that leave? Pascal. Kind of keep him away from most of them. And then me. I don't really know. I'll just hang out here. Start. Okay, Cassia. Well, first of all, let's buff me up.
If I may.
She could maybe just do a... Let's group them up. Let's see if we can group them up a bit tighter first, though.
I'll return the pain tenfold.
They're not all melee, so I think first of all I will do this.
I'm not accustomed. Face the navigator's might.
Which is pretty good. And we'll make them run away.
High momentum.
High momentum already. Okay, well let's put a melee
Isn't
thing here
this
for
a job the
Marazai.
serfs?
I'm actually going to give Marazai a go
I'll show
now,
you
because he acts
why
quite late on. I want him to kind of
navigators
come
are
up here and
feared.
just do damage to all these guys. Let's see what he's got. So he's got Joyful Torture, deals strength bonus, rending damage to Marazai, and he starts bleeding. While he's bleeding, he gains 3 resolve. He has a lot of talents that kind of happen while he... I don't think I've taken any, but that's something to bear in mind, maybe. What's this one? Next melee attack gains 20 armor penetration, 8 damage. How strong are these guys? They're not very strong. I'm hoping he can just one-shot them, more or less. So what's the deal with this? just do this.
No. Behold. What undone flame? Don't distract.
Yeah, I mean, I know they weren't high strength enemies, but I kind of like that. He's still got loads of stuff going on as well. Alright, let's see if he can help dismantle this bigger target. So what can he do? Oh, he's lost that now. Yeah, okay. Well, he's lost his movement now. I guess he could take a stim. There we go. What is the slash ability? I'm not sure. Right, let's come in.
Slow and painful is the way.
Let's give an opening. That's actually there, so let's just move there. We'll do that.
Grace and malice.
Let's do this. Let's see. It's on an opening. What can he do? Alright, 24. I did do Venomous Edge, though. Okay. Right, now it's me. Largely got rid of them now. I mean, I guess there's this big dude, so
Descend upon the weak.
kind of makes sense. Let's do this, though.
One
Do this
step
now as well, may as
closer.
well.
High momentum.
We're going to hit you with that.
No mercy. Lose. Rend the flesh. Shatter the spirit.
That's pretty good. I mean, there's no cover, so we're not going to bother with that. Cassia's got another go. Kind of, not really. Oh, did that all stem from that extra turn?
You will pay for this in blood.
Okay, Argenta then. Suddenly Argenta's job has changed a little bit.
Faith
Concentrated
without
fire.
deeds is worthless.
So
I'll
take
do
more
it.
momentum. Sure, we'll take a
Doubt
wildfire.
is for the weak.
Let's kick this guy.
Your skill is lacking.
High momentum, huh? Okay, why don't we do that so we get the other
Resides
attack?
in the will of the righteous.
We'll
I'll do
run and
it.
gun to here.
Guided by faith. As the
Try
Emperor
this.
commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
There they go. Now, can she see this other dude? She can't. We might be able to if we run. Probably not from there. Potentially from
I'll do
here.
it.
I'll show you the real pain.
Now it's Ulfar's turn. We've only got one enemy left, so
Foes reek of cowardice.
that's just a cleave, isn't it?
Wolves reign. So it shall be.
What? Nocturne of Oblivion. The already familiar baritone calls out to you from the shadows. The key unlocks a door that will then lead to one that only happenstance will free. Your chance I'll be, to me the bolts will cede. Your part comes next, to break the bonds and flee. To you, the merchant vagabond, I bring the gift of providence. But will you look? Cassia clutches her head at the sight of the Harlequin, and scarlet blood starts trickling down her cheeks. Your colours, Xenos, are fractured and wrong, as if refracted through a distorted prism. What should be familiar is dispersed, and the bedazzling shades won't stop twisting madly. The Xenos, tilting his head to the side, looks at Cassia with curiosity. So many things can three eyes glimpse at once. Shales, veiled paths, and caverns of the soul. But with 1,000 sights you could not see. The wrecks of fate beneath reality. Past creaking walls will twirl you round in halls of intertwining serendipity. But not just yet. The dance calls for a pair. Your partner is, for now, tied up with me. I do not understand. Oh, nectar sweet, your name is ignorance. Make sure to savour every drop before your glass is drained by insight in a blink. At the sight of Marazai, the Harlequin lets out a nasty chuckle. The trapper caught in snares of his own make. The plotting of your play was up to snuff, but Nazrake rewrote the denouement, decided in the darkness of the wings. Amidst the sombre spires and hunters' game, 'tis wise to stop and once more check your knives, for that which glittered in your hand before, you may now find a twinkling in your back. Marazai is squirming with rage. He does not dare to unleash on the Harlequin here and now. He hisses through clenched teeth. All who have taken part in my downfall will be exterminated. And sooner than you thought, my merchant thief. Just like a drop of ink you fell upon the page before this play's dramatic end, wherein your own kin's blood you will see shed. Form the lines required, and vengeance will descend upon the stage and play its part, and then away from spires on merchant's trail, across worlds a parlous road you'll tread, and death you will find there, or else a path to remedy your second enemy. Marazai digests the Harlequin's words in silence. At last a shadow of the usual smirk flashes on his face. I hear you, Arabenian. You have helped me more than once already, I am listening. Both opening and warning is my boon. Your fate hangs by a thread drawn breaking tight, but with a show of patience opportune, the merchant certain death will turn to flight. You stride not into battle, but a snare of guile and strife, a neatly woven net. Lust's mistress lifts her sword into the air, and baying for your blood her pack does set. So dance a ring around oblivion, await a sign from night's own melody. Catch sight of it, and then make haste, be gone. One yawning mouth, one leap to set you free. So, Kakeros is planning to kill me in the next fight, but you're ready to effect my escape. All I have to do is survive the arena, wait for your sign, and then run. You cannot possibly mean into a literal mouth, so you must mean for me to leap into a portal of some kind. Do I have that right? The Harlequin sweeps into a low bow like an actor who has performed before a true lover of high art. He seems satisfied with your answer. The Xenos lays a finger over the mute lips of his mask and vanishes, as if to convey that your conversation is a great secret known only to the two of you. Well, to the 7 of us. Alright, well, let's grab the loot first of all. What we got here? Dark Lance. Two-handed ranged weapon. Drakari. Kind of like a sniper thing. I mean, it's pretty high power, in fairness, but it's a heavy weapon. Okay, but we'll take it. And I just realised I took another one,
Patience has its limits.
thinking that maybe Marazai could use it. What was it? Pitch Black Desolator. His ballistic skill isn't great. His perception is not great. But this can set people on fire. So although this... I might try this on him. So you can set people on fire, which is always nice in this group. Oh, it's a one-hander as well, isn't it? That's right. Well, I guess we can give him the Hectari blade back as well. It looks like it's two-handed, doesn't it? But it says so. Okay. Yeah, that'll do for now. It's over here. Grenade. Another one of these dark lances. I mean, the rest of these can probably go into cargo zone, to be fair. Incubus armor. That's okay. We'll send that to cargo. Same with these. They're fairly generic. This one's over here. Right, so we want to get down to the arena. Guess we go down this way.
The world will bow.
I think we got a pretty good group now at the moment. I think we do. Not to say it's the group we'll stick with completely all the way now, but certainly the one that feels pretty good at the moment. An unfamiliar monster, even more terrifying than the previous one of the homunculus' servants, bars your way. Its voice is as dry as death itself.
Master Tavantius sent me. The Master wishes for you to send Kakarros on a swift journey to She Who Thirsts. Do not expect a fair fight. This is your execution. However, Kakarros is incapable of adequately assessing whatever she fails to comprehend, and therefore you stand a chance, albeit a negligible one. Should you survive, do not return here. The witches will seek revenge, which is why the Master has already left the chasm and found new patrons. He suggests you do the same. So says the Master.
The monotony and accuracy with which the monster repeats Tavantius' words reminds you of the way servitors communicate. Say nothing and turn away from the monster. Thirsters, do you want to witness a great legend as ancient as Comorra itself? I give it to you now. Behold the tale of Surliel, the exile, the succubus dethroned. Surliel was a mighty warrior of her cult, renowned and deadly. The dance of battle was an entrancing perfection of terror. But then a time came when an audacious apprentice supplanted Surliel, turned her servants against her, and drove her out of the Dark City. She wandered the webway's savage wilds and slew scores of their terrible horrors as she fought for her life. In the legend, she slew them all and pressed onward, but our story will be shorter. Kill.
Xenos filth.
Alright then, what have we got? So, Chimera Fiends are pretty high. She's pretty high in HP as well. Okay, well, they're a bit of a ways from us. I think we're going to move all far forward as our sort of tanky guy. Marazai will be fairly far forward, but keep him back a little bit. Similar with Argenta, I think. A little bit of cover, but allow her to be able to get in. Cassia there. I'm going to go right there. And Pascal needs a sniping spot, doesn't he? We'll just pop him back here. So we've got Cassia. Well, let's bump up Dahlia, first of all.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Who might it be worth giving extra actions to? No one really at this stage. Can we make them fight each other?
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Haha. Oh, nice. Oh, oh, they're doing some good damage. Nice. All right.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Move her up a little bit, and I think I'll just do one of these.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Not quite sure where to put the things. Yeah, we'll just give we'll give Pascal
Isn't this a
his
job
own
for
there
the
for
serfs?
shooting in. I'll leave it at that. Now it's Argenta.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Concentrated fire.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Do a devastating fire.
Doubt is for the weak. Emperor.
Pretty good.
Faith
Do a
without
run and gun
deeds
as
is
well.
worthless.
Kind of want to set them on fire. If we go about here,
Rejoice in battle. I'll do it.
do another attack
In thy
them.
light I stand, and thy light I crave.
Go back to the to this.
This is why I was chosen.
Yeah, not bad. Maybe do another one.
As the Emperor commands.
Half of us didn't even get a turn. Even the monsters of the obscure sectors of the webway feared her and fled out of sight. Surliel's exile continued in solitude until a great faceless swordsman barred her way. He wished to test her. Okay, we've got another one then. Got Slythe.
More enemies to face judgment. We are truly blessed this day.
Back here. I don't see any reason to kind of mix things up. That worked quite well, I think. So I'll have Ulfar as a tank. But Pascal I might pop in there. Magenta, just make sure she's fairly high up. I'm going before him as well, so I'll go high up as well. Cassia. I'll pop her there. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone. Alright, so we'll bump up Talia again.
If I may.
Let's get him to run on.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I'm going to give Argenta a turn to do a bit of shooty. I'd like to do concentrated fire or something, but
I'll
we
do
haven't
it.
got the AP.
This is why I was chosen.
Did pretty well though. Take this.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Her again, so... let's we'll put a melee thing around him, I guess.
Me. If you insist, Lord Captain.
When Fenris is in battle, oceans bleed!
Argenta. I think we come here, and I think I'm going to get fire on him.
Doubt is for the weak.
Give her an extra
Power
attack then.
resides
Seems to
in
work
the
quite
will
well on
of the
her.
righteous.
Concentrated
it.
fire. We'll do
As the
wildfire.
Emperor commands, I act.
Devastating
Faith
attack.
without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. Emperor. As the Emperor commanded, why I was chosen.
Almost dead. Let's get her in some cover, I guess. As
Doubt
much as
is
we
for
can.
the weak.
Reading damage to bulk.
I think.
I will triumph. Purpose guides me. I will triumph. A blood-soaked tribute.
Bested by Surreal's hand, the swordsman knelt and recognized her skill. He was no mere mortal, but the god's creation with respect for all things flawless. As a reward for her victory, he offered Surreal a gift of the way to a place where she could claim her vengeance. In a forgotten fragment of the webway, she found a lair guarded by an ancient beast of immeasurable flesh. Surreal delivered blow upon blow, and yet her strikes could not diminish the creature's body or mute its roar. Okay, he's pretty big. Roar, roar, rip, rip. Perfect specimen, okay. Well, yeah, I guess we'll leave Cassia up. I've got a fresh injury, I'm not quite sure why. Buff Dahlia. I'm not sure, really. I don't really want him getting too close to us. I don't want to lure him closer. Maybe make him run round a bit, I suppose.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
It's his go next. So I'll put a melee one near him
If
where he's
only that were possible.
right there. Oh, no, he's going this way. Oh, wow. Okay. We've got Marazai. He could come directly onto the opening here.
I will savor your delectable anguish. Watch.
Let's do one of these. Yeah, it seemed like quite a big hit. 135. Yeah, not bad. At least we got the other one now. Oh, we've lost the opening.
Behold! With grace and grace.
Cleanses the body.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do bad, did he? Who's it now? Argenta. Okay.
Faith
Concentrated
without
fire.
deeds is worthless.
A
As the
devastating
Emperor
attack.
commands, I act.
Wildfire. That 0% on that shot really isn't zero, is it? Does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Okay, so let's get a GTFO. And it's me! It's only got 38. can be on fire if you like, mate. The beast of immeasurable flesh fell, for the infinitude of its being was no match for the needle of Cyriliel's focused will. She ran the beast through, pierced its heart and ripped it free. That heart was the black crystal of Seika, the bestower of power. With Seika in hand, Cyriliel returned to Comorra and brought down those who had served and later betrayed her. She came to the threshold of her arena and shouted the name of her apprentice, the one who had once dethroned her. And hear her the apprentice did. The succubus Sinisthoria answered the challenge and descended the steps toward her. And took Seika, the bestower of power, from her cold hand. Oh, hello.
You were but a fleeting flame before my tempest.
Alright, let's see what we got here. So we've got Argonis Pain Engine, or Agonist Pain Engine, very high HP. Keikaros, 800 HP, Incubus Guardian, Witch Guardian. Okay, so these are our big targets then, those two. Who's going first? Cassia is going first. I guess she could maybe kind of yank the chain of these ones a little bit. So we'll pop her, say there. Actually, no. Hard to say, maybe there. And then it's Marazai. I wouldn't mind him going on Keikaros, but yeah, I mean, he's going to go before any enemies have a chance to, so we'll pop him there. Then it's going to be Ulfar. So we'll pop him kind of there as well. Then they've got, hang on, Agonis and Keikaros are both going. Then it's Argenta. So Argenta kind of needs to be reasonably safe, because these guys are going to run in. But then I wanted to sort of be able to stride up and just absolutely gun them down. So then it's me acting fairly late on by the look of it. Guess I'll kind of go here. At least it's full cover. And then Pascal, where are we going to put you? I'm just going to keep you away from stuff at the moment. We'll sort of pop you back there. Cassia. Yeah, just try and group them up.
For the serfs?
Oh, let's boost up Dahlia.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Guess we try and turn them against each other.
I'll return the pain tenfold.
Is that it? What else is happening? Well, sometimes the computer takes a little while to think about what these attacks are going to be like. do. There we go. That was worth the wait.
Your last stroke of luck.
Okay. Just let you guys run around a bit.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Your skill is lacking.
Marazai's next. I wouldn't mind sending him up against Keikaros, but they're up there. Where is he? He's there. I mean, he could get there. Why do we put a melee thing kind of around this area for him? She's got like a million movement points, so what do we... Let's take an attack opportunity, I expect, but...
Deliver us!
Just bring her over here. Oh, Marazai.
I yearn for
Put you there. Can we do an assassin run through these guys?
Woe to you.
I kind of want him here.
Oblivion approaches.
So... It's pretty good.
Watch.
Do a big attack. I think we'll do Killing Edge on her.
With grace and malice.
What do I want to do with him? I'll rush him.
I'll show you the real pain.
I guess we'll endure with him. That's all far.
See how the wolf succeeds.
Says he performs a melee attack, but well, he took did he take damage? Not sure. What does it say in the log? I don't think he did.
None can do better than
wildfire.
a warrior of the All-Father. Wolves! You will feel the icy bite of death! Is that all you've got?
Come on.
High momentum.
Okay, she didn't really do very much there. I think I want Argenta to go for this guy.
The enemies of the Emperor will
And we
be
saw what she did to that
undone.
ferocious Hellbrute a while back. So we'll take
As the
concentrated
Emperor
fire.
commands, I act.
We take devastating attack.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Wildfire. Not bad. I was hoping that would go up to there. Why can't she do this? Alright. Scowl. These two are quite interesting. They're sort of in a... If he aims it there, he could hit all three. So can he aim to that spot? I think he probably
As the
can.
tactical imperative dictates. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved.
Right, now we've got enough for an area. Shot. We aim for there.
The Omnissiah knows all. Comprehensibility analysis.
Oh, that was pretty nice.
Successful.
Don't know about that, but we could give him maybe the elusive shadow. For one round, he's going to be low priority to hit. That'll do. Me, well, I think I've got to go for this guy. So I'll stick that on.
Ruin beckons.
I think I'll use it, then I'll use the power thing.
Whispers, guide my hand.
A born predator does not become prey.
Getting it down, and it's on fire. I'm going to stick that on to get the
Purpose
momentum
guides
back
me.
up.
High momentum.
Don't know if that'd be that good. Save it for something a bit better, maybe. I guess I'll do this.
One step closer. One satisfying demise.
Got him! Alright. Well, that's one big enemy down. It was me again. Kind of want to go and get damage on Kikaros now. I mean, it might not be great for Marazai, is the only thing. I want to do this.
Accept my offering. I will
Give Marazai some more
triumph.
turns. Right, we'll do one. We'll do the old 1-2 on it then.
So I don't think so.
No.
Behold, bring it on.
You will pay for this in blood.
I would have done that on her. We can save it for another turn though, maybe. Back to me. Guess we'll...
Purpose guides me.
He's on fire, do a bit more damage.
Your last stroke of luck. Woe to you.
Back to Cassia. Did Ulfar not go? Or maybe... Oh, okay. Not really get it, but... Whatevs. Would you guys all like to... stand on one spot?
If I may,
You will pay for this in blood.
Where's Kikaros? Oh, she's up there. Ulfar, why don't you have a go? Okay, so this Witch Guardian is on 206. If I do this...
So shall it be.
He didn't attack. I have to say, that's disappointing.
Wolves reign. Disgrace. play.
I can't get through. Okay, I wanted to run up to Kakaros, but he's a bit stuck. Nah, that's alright.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
You will pay for this in blood.
Let's give a full turn to Marazai.
I'll paint your death in colors.
Let's kind of work out what might be the best thing to do with him. Maybe this?
Watch.
Do an opening. Buff up our next attack. Do it with this one.
With grace and malice.
You will pay for
Pretty
this
nice.
in blood.
Alright. Cassia's turn then. Why don't we try and lure her away and maybe get an attack
I am a
opportunity?
navigator, not a servitor.
I'll
Kneel
return
before
the
me,
faith tenfold.
plaything!
Okay. Now it's his turn again. Okay, hang on. He's got one here. Do another charge. Oh, we can't do a charge, but if we move back a square, he might be able to.
Painful is the way. Are you for
Oh, seems to be doing big old damage on her. Come here. Oh, he's not moving away, I didn't think, but okay. Oh, she's that way. I don't think we need to be too... Well, she's got a bit of health still. She has got a bit of health still. I think we do the big... this big one as well, though, again. She's almost down.
Perfect
There she goes.
Hear her whisper.
That's all far. Got this Witch Guardian, so I suppose we'll go in on them. Why can't he use this? Oh, is it because he can't use that in melee? That's a bit annoying. We'll do a wildfire anyway.
This better than a warrior of the All-Father. See how... Feel the icy bite of death! Wolves, my hand is
You will
thunder!
pay for this in
My
blood.
strike is ruin! Fenris, Hilda! So I will carve runes out of your bones!
Now we can do his burst fire on this little group. We can do with rapid fire as well.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father!
Oh, he's lost. What's 3 AP? Why is that 3 AP? Oh, shame.
Cubs play!
Why can't do that now? 2 AP.
See
gun.
how the wolf succeeds! The fame-hungry come! I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument!
It's just those guys now, isn't it? So let's just get Argenta to come in and
Guided by faith.
absolutely eviscerate them.
As the Emperor commands,
Concentrated fire.
I
Her
act.
wildfire's probably pretty cheap by now.
Doubt is for the
cheapish.
weak.
Go with this
As
then.
the Emperor commands, strike is a prayer. I'll do it.
Ah, damn, their cover was see a bit of a factor there. Never mind, we've got Pascal. Let's put one of these on.
Request approved. The script
That.
prognosis is favorable.
Precise attack just to help it out a little bit, I guess. I think he has this active. He does. Okay, well let's just shoot, see what we can do.
Running
Looks pretty good.
barbaric override.
He missed. What about me? I'm going to come around this
Sow
way.
the seeds of discord.
Should just do it straight. I'll use this. That should empower it quite a bit.
I will tremble,
Splat.
mortals.
Oh, hello. She killed Kakarros. The arena is outraged. Here comes our dude. With me, my merchant vagabond, make haste. The fog of frenzy's end will come ere long. I really want to get all my goodies, though.
You call this a
Will
Let's not worry too much about... I want to see what Kakarros had.
powers unseen uncover my path.
We'll evaluate all this stuff at the end.
Join me in
Ah.
prayer.
Go and search her. Right. I think that's more or less everything, so let's get out of here.
Intriguing.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Where are we? Okay, well, we're in a new area. We're not under immediate threat or risk of combat, so I think I'll probably leave it there for now. Why is Silphar kneeling down? I think he's just disappeared through the floor. But thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. I think our trip to Commorragh is probably, going to be wrapped up reasonably soon, I would think. But it's been enjoyable, for me anyway. And hopefully for you too. And if you have enjoyed it, if you could hit the thumbs up button, that'd be great. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about this episode and the arena battle and everything. And, if you're watching this and haven't already subscribed to the channel, it'd be amazing if you could do that as well. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.